Okay guys, so I know the garage is a little messy at the current moment. You can see the old bumper to my car and Madison's car and a hockey net, and I got stuff all over the place. But hey, I got a new product here today, and as you can see on the box here, it is from DC Sports. Kind of hard to tell, but it's from DC Sports. It's a new exhaust system for the Ralliart, and I wanted to kind of do a open box kind of review on this thing. So here we are. Alright, so this is brand new in box. Let's open it up. Alright, so as you can see, it comes with instruction manual and bolts and gaskets for it. As you can see, it's a 3-bolt flange when you connect the mid pipe up to the back exhaust system, so which is really nice. So got the instructions, everything all from DC Sports, and as you can see, for 2009 and up Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart. So it is specifically made for the Ralliart. So as you can see, nice packaged up right there. This is the single exit exhaust system, and I went with this because it doesn't seem like anybody has any type of any type of video or any review on this particular exhaust, so I decided I'm going to be the one to go with it. I'm going to be the guinea pig. I know everybody goes with the dual exit exhaust because, well, it looks more stock-ish. However, I decided to go with the single canister exhaust system for a number of reasons. One, slightly less weight on it. Number two, it's different. Even though it's going to look a little odd on the back of the Ralliart because it's only got one exhaust tip instead of two. I'm well aware of it, but advantages to this versus the dual tip, really not much of any. Slightly, from what I've heard, slightly less exhaust pressure because it doesn't have to deal with any type of baffling or channel system versus the straight through exhaust like what you see here. It's a straight through canister style muffler where the tip actually angles straight back out. But overall, there really isn't much other than just slightly less back pressure on it, and even then might not be founded. My thing, from an engineering standpoint, might be a little bit different. You have exhaust note, instead of coming out 2 tips, you now only have it coming out of 1. However, it is a straight through design, but if it's anything like my old Subaru's exhaust system, one type of straight through muffler actually sounded really good. So we go to the mid pipe first, and as you can see, 3-inch tubing. That's going to connect up to my test pipe that I have in the car. I have a resonated test pipe in there, and as you can see, it has the resonator slightly toward the back of the pipe, and then at the other end is a 1, 2, and 3-bolt flange right there, and that's so that it creates an equal amount of grabbing force on all sides, so the gasket's going to create a nice seal on this right here, so you won't have to deal with really any exhaust leaks. So it's fantastic, and again, pretty big size resonator on there, which is really nice. So it's going to kind of keep the inside cab hopefully a little bit quiet. And then we move to the back part of this system. Oh, a little bit longer. Down there, 3-bolt flange. That's going to connect up to the mid pipe, and as you can see, all of the proper exhaust hangers on here. Now, I did notice I had to get under the car. That exhaust hanger, you have to flip the rubber bushing to the other side of the subframe, and there is already a point there for that part of the subframe, so that's where that's going to connect up to, and then your factory exhaust hanger on the right side of the car right here, and then DC Sports logo right on the exhaust tip right there, and a nice slant tip 4-inch tip right there, which does have the option to hook up the DC Sports right there. Does have the option to hook up the DC Sports silencer to it, which I will probably end up getting so I don't piss off my neighbors too much in the morning. But Very nice muffler design on here. You can tell there's a lot of packing in this, and it was designed very, very well. And according to DC Sports, this does fit under the 95 decibel sound limit that most states require. Now granted, I don't have a catalytic converter on there, so it could definitely change the pitch of this a little bit more. However, I do like the design of it. Looks like it's going to fit really well. It looks really nice. It's really fancy, and honestly relatively inexpensive to get your hands on. So if you do some research, you can find some good deals on this stuff. So that's the Ralliart catback that's going to be going on the car, single exit exhaust. And it's a little dark out tonight, so I'm going to put the exhaust on hopefully tomorrow, and we'll see how it does. Alright, what's up guys? I finally got the exhaust installed on the Ralliart. As you can see right there, single exit exhaust, and it is DC Sports, as you can see. And overall, I think the fitment is actually pretty good. No rubs or anything anywhere. I did get to drive it a little bit. So far, so good. I actually don't mind the styling of it. I know some people don't like the single exhaust look on this car, but I think it actually looks pretty cool. But again, that's just my opinion. I know some people aren't going to like it, but exhaust is really, really nice. Try to get underneath it so that you can see the clearances of it and how close it does get to the ground. But overall, not bad. This car is still sitting on stock suspension, so not that big a deal. So overall, the look of it is very nice. Come over here, you can see that it does stick out from the bumper, unlike the other exhaust that I had, which was recessed in. So overall, I think this is very nice. So let's fire it up. This is going to be a cold start. It has not been warmed up, so this is going to be a cold start. So give me 1 second here. There we go. Alright, let's fire it up. I do have a resonated test pipe on here too, so there is no catalytic converter on it. The test pipe is a Circuit Works resonated test pipe, and as you can hear, it's really not too extremely loud. I think the exhaust note is quite nice, but this is a cold start right now, so the motor has not been warmed up at all, and it's a nice deep smooth tone that we get out of this. Let me just move this closer here. Basically right now I'm just letting it warm up a little bit, get some heat in the motor before I rev it up for you guys. And the other thing that is really nice about this is with it installed with the right hangers, there is no movement out of that exhaust. It does not move around. Now, while I'm waiting a little bit for this to warm up here, take this off. Alright, I wanted to show you, it might be a little noisy underneath here, but originally your factory exhaust uses this hanger right here, okay? And for this exhaust, you actually have to take the hanger off of here, and you have another hanger that's right over here. You have to flip the rubber hanger itself and move it over there, which is usually more for the Evo 10. But as you can see, the fitment, the clearance, everything for this exhaust is spot on. It uses that 3-bolt flange up there, and then the 2-bolt way up there, and a nice resonator right there. It's not as it doesn't have as much drone inside the car as the last exhaust system that I had, but it still has some drone, which you have to expect from having any type of exhaust on a car. Now, let me get this back on here. There we go. All right, now I should have enough heat in it to rev it up a little bit. As you can see, it's got a really nice, smooth, deep tone to it, and I really like the sound. I like the way that it looks. I think, honestly, I think this is a fantastic exhaust, and for the money, it's actually, I think, probably one of the best exhausts you can get. So this is the, we'll see if we can go for a ride. I just got to set up my my mount inside the car, and we'll see what it's like inside the car, so you can hear what it's like there. Alright, well, let's go for a bit of a drive just to see what it's like. Just going around the neighborhood. This is with the windows up. I do have a little bit of like vibration from my doors and whatnot, so I'm sure you probably hear a little bit of that, but that's just even with the stock exhaust. This car was doing that, so let's give it a go. Sixth gear cruising, really not that bad. We're at about 45 miles an hour. Again, really not that bad. It's rather decently quiet in here. Again, 45 miles an hour. Get the RPMs up a little bit. Fifth gear. Just go fourth gear. And even at fourth gear, cruising at about 3,000 RPMs, you can hear it's really not too bad. That's at about 2,000 RPMs, fifth gear, a little over 2,000. Fifth gear right there. And let me... turn it around here. Make sure nobody's coming. All right. Definitely moves a hell of a lot better. Oh, wow. I didn't think the catback would make that big of a difference in this car, but really it has. This thing pulls really good. For a stock turbo, there's my street. For a stock turbo car, this thing pulls really good. Wow. But as you can hear, inside the car is fantastic. So, to give you an idea of what it was like outside the car, feels really good. Inside the car feels really good. Comparing this to the stock exhaust that I had on here with the test pipe and then just driving it right there, I literally can feel the difference. This car is a lot quicker. Particularly in that mid-range power range area, probably right around 3,500 to, in my opinion, probably around 5,500 RPM. This thing is quick. I'm not gonna lie. For stock turbo, basically stock intake, stock intercooler, all I have is really the exhaust, boost controller, and access port tune on here. This moves. This definitely moves. I'm very impressed with this. So if you're looking to buy an exhaust, sound wise, I think the sound is really good. I don't see any problems with the sound at all. Inside the car, it's really nice. It's really not that bad. Even when we're sitting here at an idle, it's still very nice. It's very calm and very quiet. I think this is very good. I like it. I think it's a very good looking exhaust, even though it doesn't have the dual tips. Some people like having the dual tips, even though it's not a dual tip exhaust. I think this is a very good looking exhaust, and for the money, you really can't beat this. So if you're looking for an exhaust, this is the DC Sports SCS6020 or 60, or I'm sorry, not 6020, 6012. So SCS6012. Is the part number for it, and it is the single canister system for the 2009 and up Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart. Again, full 3-inch exhaust, fantastic build quality, things you would expect from DC Sports, and this thing definitely moves out. So, and I picked a good day. It's not that hot outside. Air temperature is relatively low. It's 69 degrees outside, and relatively low humidity. So we had a really good run out there. And man, I do have to say, this thing is quick. This thing is quick. I would definitely not doubt this car. So again, if you're looking for a good exhaust, this is a really fantastic exhaust. So the DC Sports SCS6012 exhaust for the 2009 Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart.